AITA for finally telling my mother-in-law that her mac and cheese tastes terrible. My husband 30 meters and I 28F have been married for 2 years. Together for 5 years. And currently 6 months pregnant. We are very excited and blessed because I've had some complications in getting pregnant. I have a very good relationship with my in-laws, and if any of us ever had problem, we are able to talk it through. Except for one thing. My mother-in-law has her famous mac and cheese that everyone in her family absolutely loves. I, however, found it disgusting on day one, but I didn't want to come off as rude and ungrateful, so I pulled through it without saying anything. I told my husband about it and he said that his mother has been making it for decades, perfecting the recipe, and she would be deeply offended if anyone told her anything bad about her mac and cheese, so I should just find the right moment to tell her. He for some reason loves it, so he didn't want to be the one to tell her, which I totally understand because it is my issue and I had to deal with it. It's been almost 2 years of me pretending. So 2 days ago I've decided to just tell her. It was a family dinner where my husband's parents had invited us over, and of course, his mother was making her so-called famous mac and cheese. I almost threw up at the smell and I couldn't bear the thought of eating it. Probably because I was pregnant. So at dinner, when I was offered the mac and cheese, I politely declined and said, "No thank you." My mother-in-law looked at me and asked, "Why? You should eat. Good for the baby." And I just went right out with it, "I'm sorry, but I don't like your mac and cheese. Everything else tastes delicious, but this is the one thing I simply cannot eat anymore." She looked so deeply offended and she literally snapped, "Well, thanks for being honest," and didn't even look or speak to me for the rest of the evening. My husband was on my side and tried to speak to his mother. But all I know is that it didn't work because she has been cold to me ever since. What was wrong with the mac and cheese? Her perfecting the recipe ended up with this result. Mac and cheese combined with salmon, kimchi, pineapple, seaweed salad, collard greens, onions, and garlic. I don't have a problem with the greens or onion, but the rest tastes so disgustingly wrong with mac and cheese. However, the reason why I think I might have been an asshole is because, like my husband said, she has been perfecting this recipe for years. Her entire family clearly loves it, and I tell her that her perfected and loved mac and cheese is terrible. Am I the asshole? Edit. I did tell her that because I am pregnant it wasn't possible for me to stomach the ingredients. But she still didn't want to talk to me. Another edit. I'm French and my husband's family is Korean, so that will explain the ingredients. I do enjoy salmon, kimchi, and seaweed salads, but it greatly depends on which dishes it's served with. And since I've been pregnant, I've even developed an aversion to several foods that I used to love. People who won't take a polite, "No thank you," deserve to hear the harsh truth. NTA. Also, that sounds disgusting altogether. You lost me with the salmon and kimchi in the mac and cheese. You get NTA for standing up against crimes against cuisine. This recipe breaks at least 3 Geneva Conventions. That's not mac and cheese. That's a bioweapon. NTA. Her perfecting the recipe ended up with this result. Mac and cheese combined with salmon, kimchi, pineapple, seaweed salad, collard greens, onions, and garlic. NTA a million times over. That thing she makes is not mac and cheese. It barely qualifies as food. What it is a crime against humanity and she should be jailed for it. NTA. When she first asked, you said, "No thank you." You didn't insult her, you just said you weren't interested. That was short, crisp and to the point. She wanted to know why, so you told her after she asked. Good for you. In Ta I was all for YTA based on the title. Then I read it and thought NTA. I then read your Mills recipe and think she needs to be tried for war crimes. Salmon, kimchi, pineapple, seaweed salad, collard greens, onions, and garlic. I'm sorry, what? NTA, good lord, WTF is this monstrosity? Forget context. Just mac and cheese combined with salmon, kimchi, pineapple, seaweed salad, collard greens, onions, and garlic. Ew. Yuck, that yum. NTA. NTA, that is the most heinous mac and cheese recipe I've ever seen. It could have been handled more tactfully. But what kind of a mac and cheese recipe includes salmon, kimchi, pineapple, seaweed salad, collard greens, onions, and garlic? That is just totally gross. Just tell her it's because of your pregnancy. Or tell her that you don't eat some of the ingredients. I don't eat salmon. NTA. Her perfecting the recipe ended up with this result. Mac and cheese combined with salmon, kimchi, pineapple, seaweed salad, collard greens, onions, and garlic. WTF is wrong with that woman? As a lover of mac and cheese, what she is serving isn't mac and cheese. It is some kind potluck Frankenstein concoction. Now if you had said she added different kinds of cheese or different macaroni noodles, then yes, maybe. But that concoction is not mac and cheese. Be diplomatic about it and just go back and tell her that since you are pregnant, some of the ingredients just don't sit well on your stomach. This is truly a family recipe that should stay with the family and not be forced on the rest of the world. Good luck. Stay safe. Stay strong, and congratulations on the look. That meal sounds absolutely disgusting. I couldn't eat a bite of it on a normal day, let alone when I was pregnant. But if you've been faking it for years, then you should have used your pregnancy as the excuse. Sorry, Mill, but that triggers a pregnancy aversion. I can't eat that. Or, sorry, Mill, but I've been told by my midwife, OB, that I can't have salmon, kimchi's ingredient during the pregnancy because of health concerns. And then after the pregnancy, you can say your tastes have changed and you can't stomach it anymore. And how sad you were. You faked it for years and then brought it up. I'm not surprised she's hurt. Even if that concoction shouldn't be called food to start with. I have to say a gentle YTA. Not because you should have eaten it, but how you said it. Hopefully you can blame the pregnancy. And it's perfectly valid a reason, even if that were the most delicious food ever I could eat. Smoked salmon in my first pregnancy, and now I can't in my second because health advice changed. And she'll let it go. Because if the only way to fix this is to eat that, then I'm sorry, and my judgment would change to ESH simply for that. Edit. Okay, wow, I woke up to awards. Thank you so much. And yeah, I think too many people have gotten caught up in the details of what the mea was. If this was a Michelin star meal and Op said what she did, then it would be rude, but because the meal doesn't sound good, then it's okay? That doesn't make sense to me. It's all about how and when you say things to people to avoid unnecessarily hurt feelings. NTA. OMG. I almost threw up when you mentioned the ingredients. In what world do these go together? Then I lolled at she perfected her recipe. However, I probably would have just stated that I'm having an aversion to kimchi or one of the other ingredients right now and can't eat it. Not saying I don't like it. Seriously though, I can't get over the pineapples. Haha. NTA. Pretty sure mac and cheese is supposed to have macaroni and cheese, not kimchi and salmon, lol. NTA. It's not mac and cheese. I found I couldn't smell a wide range of things when pregnant, and that includes stuff I love. She's offended because she thinks everybody has to like it. You could have just said it puts you off. And then carry on with plenty more things you currently can't eat, including something you do like that you can't eat. Then just continue after pregnancy. I loved pesto. Pasta and peas couldn't handle it in pregnancy and can't handle it now, and I'm 7 months phosphorus monophosphide. Okay, I was reading this thinking, how can someone make macaroni and cheese disgusting? But you answered that question. NTA. I just want to know how terrifying this woman is that her whole entire family is still going along with this abortion of a food concoction. NTA. That's not mac and cheese, that's garbage casserole. Good God, no. Pineapple and salmon and seaweed in mac and cheese? Does she put raisins in the potato salad too? People must really love this woman to eat that horrific dish. I'm sitting here thinking you are talking dried out spaghetti noodles with slices of burnt American cheese. You have just described emotional trauma. And none of her relatives love her enough to tell her? Wow. NTA. I can't even say you could have said it nicer, because if someone put that in front of me or anyone I know, they might get cursed out.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.